What you gonna do, brother, when the underdog is back with the undercard? That's the question I must ask all you doggo maniacs. Is that a bit of a stretch? It might be. Anyway, this is the Undercard, Season 8, Episode 7, Celtic Curse. While some episodes, like last week, are big premium live events, some episodes, like this one, are a little bit smaller, a little bit of a lesser caliber, where we just have to focus on the rankings and who is going to be next in line, as in the number one contenders, and we may find that out here today on the show. So let's get started. And don't forget, if you are interested in the rankings, there is a section of my Discord that has all the win and loss records for everybody in the roster. First up, we have Angelina Love versus Batgirl, and this could potentially lead into a title shot for the winner of this match as well. Then we've got Luke and Leia versus AOP in tag team action. And then back to the women again with Zelina Vega versus Brooke Tessmacher. Then we go back to the undercard division with the Joker versus Al Snow. Don't forget, it's the season of combat, so weapons are legal and encouraged, and the violence must be embraced. There's going to be blood, guts, and all kinds of things going on here today in the show, or at least I hope. Then we've got Bugs Bunny versus Perry Saturn at the bottom of the rankings. And then at the top of the rankings, we get Damian Priest versus Ronald McDonald. And there's no more dollar menu anymore, and I'm pissed about it. And then finally, in our finale, in our main event here, we've got finale Finlay. We've got Finlay versus Shao, number one contender for the Undercard Championship, and that is the Celtic Curse right there. Will the Celtic Brawler, the Belfast Brawler, Finlay, fight his way to the number one contender spot, or will he get shut down by NetherRealm's Shao Kahn? We shall find out in a few moments. But for now, it's Angelina Love versus Batgirl. You can also type !champs to see who the current champions are, or ! undercard if you're not familiar with what the hell this show that I've created is. But I mean, we're 8 seasons in now, so if I have to keep explaining it every episode, it's going to get monotonous. And there, we're starting off action there with the submission hold by TNA Knockout Angelina Love, who I consider to be in a very short list of future champions. Win or lose this match, I really do think Angelina Love is a huge threat to the Women's Championship and the entire division as it lays now. Ooh, misses a tackle. Batgirl very quick on her feet though. Recovery, elbow, knocks down Angelina. Going for a low kick, didn't work out. Gets hit by the elbow. A little bit groggy there, and a neck breaker by Angelina Love. We are kicking off action here quickly. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be fiery here in Fire Pro Wrestling World. And another submission attempt there by Angelina Love, who just got slapped in the face. Batgirl has had her shot against Ronda Rousey, the current women's champion, and so has Angelina, I might add, but they were both unsuccessful in their opportunity against Ronda Rousey, and hoping here to get a win and maybe earn themselves a shot against the champion once again. Batgirl missing a pay dirt there. Going for that flying move, and it's, risk reward when you have high flying offense like Batgirl does, and an awkward glitch there, and a kick to the back of the head. We're glitching. But we're not bitching. Oh, boy, what a kick sends her over the rope. That was a bad landing for Angelina Love, and another attempt at that pay dirt by Batgirl, but a mile away, and she missed again. That's not going to be good. Here comes Angelina with the bicycle kick. The Botox injection, she calls that. And a cover, 1, 2, but the cross pin did not work as Batgirl kicked out of the Botox injection. Angelina Love, the beautiful people, changed the women's, or I guess they called it the Knockouts division forever. One of the few figures that completely changed the landscape of women's wrestling, and now she's here again in Season 8, but here comes Batgirl all the way across the ring with the flying knee. Angelina quick back to her feet. Barely affected her. She's as tough as they come. Tough as nails. And like I say, it doesn't really matter where you've been. It's all about how you perform here, Russian leg sweep. So it doesn't matter how many times Angelina's been a champion in anywhere else. It only matters if she can win here in the undercard. And the same goes for Batgirl, who's won plenty of fights in her own realm over there in the DC universe. And she's lost a few too. Shame that Batgirl movie got canceled. Are they bringing that back? I don't know. I don't think so. Unfortunately, I think we all lost on that one. Russian leg sweep this time by Batgirl. Donning the purple. The Barbara Gordon without the cape. I think it's smart to wrestle without the cape. You don't want that slowing you down. You don't want to get caught by it. And Russian leg sweep there by Angelina Love. Hook of the leg, 1, 2. Colonel Sanders with a 2.5. That's a spicy chicken for you, but no spear for you. And a tombstone this time, dropping her on her head. And Batgirl's going to be forced to kick out or die. Kick out or lose. Those are your options. Power bomb? No. Canadian backbreaker. Of course, she's from Canada. What else could we expect there? And of course, Barbara Gordon, a.k.a. Batgirl from Gotham City. And another pin attempt here by Angelina in the opening contest.
2, 3.
And it's over. That's all it takes. Making it look easy. Making it look easy. And if you don't care about the wins and losses and the rankings and stuff, and you just want to watch for entertainment purposes, that's perfectly okay too, because this is all about having fun, and we're about to have some fun here as tag team action will be underway with Team Star Wars. It's Luke and Leia, the Forbidden Kissers and brother and sister team, versus AOP, the Authors of Pain. There we go. The fight is on, and we get a test of strength where Luke Skywalker is one of the most powerful Force users in the universe, but when it comes to brute power and body strength, obviously Akam and Razor are going to take the cake on that one in this matchup. Big boys, and they always wear that body armor. They got that extra protection, and they also, they've been trained by Paul Erling, so they've got all the tools they need to succeed here in the tag team division, but this is the bottom. These two teams are at the bottom of the rankings in the tag team division, so that's why they're wrestling each other here on this episode. This is the Undercard, Season 8, Episode 7, Celtic Curse, and here we go. All the teams are getting involved now. Leia's in the ring, Akam and Razor. And now Akam back to his corner. Razor here in the ring against Leia and just lays out Leia. Look at that. Woo! Tosses her aside with a fall-away slam. And the princess is going to be in pain here. Oh, reversal. I thought he was going for a jackhammer, but she turned that around quickly. And a headbutt, and now a series of strikes to the face. And I got to tell you, AOP will not wait for 1 second. They're going to be focused here, and they're not really going to care if you're a woman. They will beat you up no matter who you are. There are no excuses. They're just going to straight up smash mouth style, and a scoop and a slam and a couple of elbows too. And now Leia's going to have to strike back here. Gets the last chop, but she kind of looked a little bit worn out. Split leg drop. Nice move there by Leia, and a tag to her brother Luke. And here comes AOP together, knocking down both members. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, we had to do it once, and now we never do it again. And now we never do it again. Uh-oh, super kick right to the face by the galaxy's favorite son, Luke Skywalker. We've got characters from all sorts of universes, and this is not the first appearance of characters from Star Wars, but this is the first time they've been featured in the tag team division. And there's a shoulder breaker by Razor in the corner where Leia could get involved if she needed to, but she's got a little bit of faith in her brother. And there's a tag made. Good tag. But Razor doesn't care. He's going to 2v1 right now. And he's powerful enough to do that. Tag made to Akam. He gets knocked down in the corner. Oh boy. What the heck? Takedown. And a stomp. In the middle of the ring. Short arm. Kitchen sink. Knee to the gut. Flips her over. Oh, drop down. Nothing to follow up, though. Leia was hoping for a counter move there, and that did not get delivered. But I think this will. Another running leg drop. Oh, went for the force push. Missed. You got to land those big moves. Back body drop, and now she points at the corner as she says, you're going to get one too. DDT, though. Ran into that, and now in a position where you'd never want to be between these two big boulders. AOP, the authors of pain, and they know how to write a script. And there's a boot to the back of the head. That'll knock you all the way back to a different galaxy. Kick at it, too. Ooh. 3D! Was Star Wars ever in 3D? Probably, right? I would assume so, at one point. I'm sure there's 3D editions of all the movies.
Oh, no!
Oh, there's the force push. And the split leg drop. And Leia's got to get back to her corner if she wants to follow the rules. But, hey, man, you don't always have to here in the undercard. We're okay with being on the fringe. That's what it's all about. No disqualifications. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever the heck you want to do as long as you win, I guess. And here comes Luke Skywalker with a moonsault. That's not a moon. That's a kick out at 2. It was a moonsault. But it was not a moon in the movie. It was the Death Star. And if he could defeat the Imperial Army, you know, Tiger Bomb, he could certainly defeat AOP, but Luke is struggling here in the corner against AOP, and he knocks down both members. Akam and Razor both getting kicked there, and now a tag back to Leia. And here we go, drop you down. Hook of the leg in the center, great positioning, but not a win. Oh no. Running power slam. Plants her down. And a forbidden kiss! I think it's over! I think he gave up to the forbidden kiss. Leia finally wins with the grossest move That's disgusting. You can't show that on TV. The lip lock. She kissed him! And he had to tap out because he was afraid they might be related too. Next up, we have to go to the bottom of the women's division ranking here today with Zelina Vega, the Puerto Rican princess, versus Brooke Tessmacher, former fitness model. I think she still does excuse me, I'm speaking in tongues right now. I'm twisting my tongue. I think she still does modeling, is what I was trying to say. Let's start the dang match. I might get tongue-tied watching this match, though, because my tongue might drop out of my jaw, if you know what I mean, gentlemen. Two gorgeous ladies going at it here. Nice clothesline, and look at this arm lock by Zelina. Zelina and Brooke at the bottom of the women's rankings here, and a drop down with the elbow. We've seen that move before. We used to call it down the rabbit hole. I think she calls it the final cut. Up against the ropes into a flapjack. Nice counter off the ropes there by Zelina Vega. And I just want to quickly check the rankings to give you the actual scores here for these two young ladies. Zelina Vega is actually at 0-2, and Brooke Tessmacher is also at 0-2, so they're both looking for their first victory of Season 8, as we're almost halfway through the season, which is kind of crazy. Nice neck breaker there by Zelina. It always blows my mind, because I feel like we just started. I feel like there's a lot of things that I want to see that we haven't gotten to see yet, and we're almost at the halfway point. That's wild. Nice drop kick there by Brooke Tessmacher with the rainbow boots. The boots with the fur. She got the whole club looking at her from behind. Reversal down the rabbit hole. And she's just going to sit on her face. I'm a little bit jealous, but only a 1 count.
Yeah.
Suplex attempt and delivered. Outside the ring we go. All the action is going to happen right in front of our audience and right in front of our eyes. And I wouldn't mind being in the front row right now. I'll tell you what. Duck. Neckbreaker. Zelina, so fast. That is probably the best attribute, besides her physical attributes, that she has in this match. It has to be mentioned, alright? It had to be mentioned. But she is very fast. And Brooke Tessmacher is a fighter, though. She is absolutely going to fight back no matter what odds are against her. And again, that neck breaker. Zelina on top of these reversals right now. And again with the arm lock as well. But submissions will not count outside the ring. So you have to win inside the ropes there, buddy. Buddy old pal. And a nice headlock takedown with the drop kick delivered in the corner, but it seemed like Zelina actually recovered first. Short arm clothesline by Brooke Tessmacher. And now picking her up by the hair. Hey, no hair pulling, ladies. Elbows drop down to the collarbone, and that's how somebody gets injured. I want violence, I want gore, but I really don't want an injury here in Season 8. I think we've already had one, and it was Mankind, and he was out for 2 weeks. And if they get injured, they won't be able to compete. And I want the full roster wrestling at their full capacity. Nice arm drag there, going up high. Zelina's going to wait for it, and here it comes. Oh, diving Hurricanrana takes out Brooke, and she's going to be down for a while, but no, opts out to follow it up and gets reversed. Down she goes, and that seemed like a mistake by Zelina. She should have went for a cover there. Should have went for a pinfall attempt. Did not. Here comes the running Brooke Tessmacher with the takedown and the model pose. And a drop kick to the back of the head for good measure. Insult. Injury. We've got face busters. And we've got Another face buster, and that might be the end of the match. No, kick out at 2.
Yeah.
Oh, spear by Brooke. But she calls that the Brooke shocker, the Tessmacher, the Tessmacher, something like that. I believe she calls this the Tessmacher, and she hits it again. Her finisher move right in the center of the ring, and Zelina's going to have to kick out or be down at 0-3, and that is not a good position this early in the season, even though we're getting to the halfway point. It's not really early anymore, is it? Roll up.
1, 2.
2 count, out of the corner, 2.5. Neck breaker lands, and she's going to drag the carcass across the canvas. And another stacked up pin attempt by Brooke. Tessmacher who gets the 3. And it is Zelina that drops to 0-3. Dun, 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 dun. She had her own music there too. They all have their own music, and somebody once asked why we don't have entrances. Because I use a lot of mods, and sometimes the entrances crash the game, so that's why. Also, it takes up a lot of time to do the entrances of everybody, so that's why we just don't do them. It saves everybody time, and I wouldn't mind having a longer show. It's just we ain't got time for that. But here we go, the Joker versus Al Snow. We don't need entrances because we have to wait for the game to load, and it loaded pretty quick there. Here we are, Joker on the left, Al Snow on the right. As if I needed to really explain that, I'm pretty sure we can tell the difference, but with all the differences, these characters actually have a lot of similarities. They've both written things backwards on the top of their heads, I think, at one point. I mean, Jared Leto, right? I just recently watched Requiem for a Dream. Jared Leto was once Joker, but this is not Jared Leto Joker. This is comic book DC Joker. And of course, earlier in the show, we also saw Batgirl from the Gotham Knights herself competing today. But yes, the Joker and Al Snow, both unhinged, both crazy, and I would not advise you to get in the ring with either one of these characters because they're very violent when it comes down to it. Al Snow getting taken down there, Mahistral pin by the Joker, but not even a 1 count, went for a spinning heel kick, and Al Snow ducked it for a second and a little bit groggy, gets chopped in the back of the head. Joker very quick and trying to stay out of danger, just dancing around Al Snow right now, and I think Joker's smart. That's what makes him dangerous. He's insane, but he's also highly intelligent, and I think he knows that Al Snow has the experience when it comes to actually wrestling, because these are wrestling matches. This isn't just a fight. It's an actual wrestling match, and in a fight, maybe Joker would win, you know, with street rules and everything else involved, but here in the undercard, it's pinfall, submission, or critical knockout. Those are the only ways to win, and there's a fist drop by Al Snow, delivered right to the face of the Joker, and so is that drop kick. Al Snow with the picture-perfect drop kicks and an elbow to his head. Joker with the fancy shoes. Came rolling in a fancy limo. Oh, you think Joker and Barbie would make a good couple? I'm just asking. I'm just asking the hard-hitting questions here. Oh, back to the shoulder. Weakening the limbs. And a dropkick again by Al Snow. 5 minutes gone into this contest. Lock up. And a shoulder drop. I don't know if this is the type of match to be doing those technical things, but hey, you know what? Maybe they might work. Cover off of the DDT. That Sting Joker DDT. Shoulder breaker by Al Snow. I was going to say, if I was Al Snow, I would stick to the hardcore style, but maybe that isn't the best path to take, because that's probably where Joker is going to be more successful, and there's punches to the back of the head. Nothing fancy or technical about that. Back to the arm goes Al Snow. Will Winter come early for the Snowman? Or will Joker finally get a clean win here in Season 8? That's been his struggle. He's gotten a victory or two, but here in the undercard, it hasn't been too clean. I mean, not everything needs to be, but it's been awkward endings in Joker matches this season. And he got poked by the chair. Steel chair's gonna be right below him. And you don't want to land on that steel chair. It's not going to feel too good. He's going to do a shoulder breaker and now pick it up, put it where he wants to. Al Snow, a very dangerous man with a steel chair in his hand. Trying to poke him, and he hits him right in the head. Joker almost no-sold that chair shot. He's like, what even happened, Batsy? I don't know where I am right now, though. Joker is 1-1. Al Snow is 1-2 so far. Just want to give you guys the updates on the rankings. Oh, went for a handshake and didn't get it, but he hits the heel kick to Al Snow's head. Right in the temple with the point of the heel. Snapmare. How many more chair shots will we see today? I hope a lot. Drops him down. The insane laugh. The voice of Mark Hamill, who's already on the show, as we saw Luke and Leia. And a snowplow. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, I thought it was over, and it was not. Joker went for a handshake halfway through the match. That's proof that he is not all there in the head. And some men just want to watch the world burn, Mr. Bane. Oh, boy. He thinks he's fighting Bruce Wayne in that ring right now, but that's not Batman, that's Al Snow, man. Snowplow! Dropped him right on top of his head. Cover.
1, 2.
And Joker survives another finisher. What the heck are you doing? Oof. Right to the knee. Snowplow! A third one. But Al is a little bit slow to recover. Will that give Joker enough time to kick out? No. It's over. Joker falls down as Al Snow taunts him. We could see Al Snow moving up high in the rankings here. It's kind of crazy. Hey, man, he was drafted to the roster for a reason. And now, the fifth match of the show. I want to quickly talk about this matchup and why I'm concerned about it. It's Bugs Bunny versus Perry Saturn. Now, Bugs Bunny, for those that have been following along, was the Season 7 winner, former two-time Undercard champion, but Bugs Bunny has yet to get a single victory in Season 7. Here in Season 8, excuse me. But came off of winning Season 7, and I think Bugs Bunny is the character that has been on the biggest downfall I've seen in a long time. And I don't know if there's been a former season winner that has gone so far down. Like, Bugs Bunny is at the bottom of the rankings. Him and Perry Saturn both do not have a single win, and we are getting to the halfway point, which is going to be next week. That's wild to me. That's absolutely wild. But either way, half an hour into the show, and we're already on match 5. It's going quick today, so try to keep up.
Fight!
Both guys looking for their first victory here in Season 8. You are currently watching the Undercard, Season 8, Episode 7, Celtic Curse. Main event today is going to be Finlay versus Shao, number 1 contender for that Undercard championship. That should be a good match, and so should this if all things pan out for Bugs Bunny. I'm not supposed to root for anybody. I'm supposed to be, the unbiased commentator and booker of the show, but I gotta be honest, I really want Bugs Bunny to get a victory. If not in this match, at some point before the season is all said and done, because it's going to be awkward if he doesn't eye poke. Shenanigans in play, and Perry Saturn not going to mess around with that. He's going to stick to his game plan, which is just simply to beat you up. Perry Saturn, one of the most dangerous guys on the planet. And that's why he's on this roster where the theme for the season has been combat. And there's combat in multiple forms. And of course, Perry Saturn understands the hardcore style of wrestling using weapons. And he also has some MMA skills where he knows how to kick and elbow his way. He's got dangerous strikes. He's got dangerous suplexes. He's got dangerous submissions. Perry Saturn has all the tools it takes to build a perfect wrestler. The only problem is, he just hasn't gotten a win, and it's as simple as that. And the Texas suplex by Bugs Bunny delivered with perfection, with the dance on top of it. He's dancing, and I think that might be Bugs Bunny's biggest fault, is that he's too goofy. He's too loony. Watch out, Doc. He's too busy chewing on carrots and dancing around, and Perry Saturn's here to play the game for real. Cover.
1.
Colonel Sanders, only a 1 count there. Low kick attempt by Perry Saturn. Saturn goes down to the knees, takes him out with the low drop kick, picks him up from behind. Stunner. Reversal by Bugs.
5 minutes gone.
I thought I saw a putty tat. That's a different Looney Tunes character, isn't it? Uh-oh. Texas. No, reversal. Thought he was going for that Texas suplex, but it was not meant to be, and here comes another steel chair, this time held by Perry Saturn, who just got punched in the face, and Bugs Bunny gonna drop a pile of weapons and try to DDT Perry on top of them, but I think his head missed and went down to the thin padding with the concrete underneath. Oh, chair shot. There's one. And he went for another. There's a cradle suplex by Perry Saturn, who's in good form here today on the show. Oh, chair shot right to the face of Bugs Bunny. And that's a big target. The head, the big ears, the floppy ears, the cotton tail, hopping down the trail through this match. And there's a Northern Lights suplex by Perry Saturn, who's got another steel chair. But he's not going to bring any of them into the ring. Bugs Bunny trying to chase him down. Pump handle. Toss you out of here. Cover.
1, 2.
Named after a planet. And he just hit you in Uranus. Nice uppercut, though, by Bugs Bunny. And there's the stomps with the big bunny feet. Northern Lights. Rope break. Good call by the referee. And another big-time suplex by Perry Saturn. Just going to toss Bugs Bunny across the ring. And there's a couple of slaps. The disrespect and the dance. You could be doing something. He is stunned. What are you doing? He's doing like a Fortnite emote.
Ready?
That is not time for that. Ready, go! Somehow he still delivered a move to parry Saturn, but Saturn kicks out at 2.5. What a weird matchup. You can only see this type of stuff here on my show. I promise you. You go anywhere else on the internet and you will not find this matchup. I promise you that. Nobody's crazy enough to do this. Just me.
10 minutes gone.
Oh. Pump handle follow-away slam. And Perry Saturn's not here for a popularity contest. Obviously, Bugs Bunny, one of the most popular, iconic cartoon characters of all time, versus Perry Saturn, a guy that had minimal success at best in the WWE, and I believe he was in WCW at one point, but he's part of the Radicals there with...
Ready, go!
He's friends with Dean Malenko, Eddie, and Benoit, and a couple more steel chairs coming into play. But Bugs Bunny, got tossed away again. More steel. We got a whole factory underneath the ring producing these weapons. I don't know where they come from. Up! Are they Acme weapons? That's the real question. Oh boy, victory roll. But pinfalls do not count on the outside. And I think Bugs Bunny knows that, as he's been a champion here before in the previous season. And obviously, the season winner always gets carried over to the next season. That's why Bugs Bunny is here again, because he did... Oh, left turn at Albuquerque on the chairs! Oh, my God! Mid-sentence with the finisher. That was disgusting. And awesome at the same time. I was saying that Bugs Bunny has what it takes to win the undercard. He did it last season. It's still fresh in my memory. Attitude adjustment down with the hook of the leg and the 1 and the 2 and the kick out. High kick. Roundhouse catches him off guard.
2, 3.
And no! That's all it takes. I told you he's got those deadly strikes. 1 second is all it took to deliver that kick. And 3 seconds is all it took to get the victory. Man. Bugs Bunny. What the heck, bro? What the heck? That is very unfortunate as he drops to 0-4. I think that's the biggest... What's the opposite of a glow-up? A blow-up. A downfall. That's the biggest downward spiral I've seen in probably undercard history. From being a season winner to 0-4. I don't know what's going to happen in the future for Bugs Bunny, but we go back to the top of the rankings. Let's stop talking about losers and start talking about some winners, as Damian Priest, Judgment's own, going up against the mascot of McDonald's. That's right, it's Damian Priest versus Ronald McDonald. And this match is happening because they are both 2-1. And Damian Priest has been in a main event spot before, so he wants to get definitely back up there. I promise you that, if nothing else, Damian Priest wants to be a champion. I think maybe Ronald McDonald does too, but I haven't talked to him because I find him creepy when I see him backstage, just to see like a clown in the closet. It's a bit weird. Ronald McDonald keeps offering me cheeseburgers, and I don't know what he wants for it in return. Jawbreaker there with the big afro. Clowns don't scare me, but Ronald McDonald, a little bit creepy. Hammer fist knocks him down. Damian here to deliver the pain and ducks under the clothesline attempt, and a jawbreaker lands. Nice connection there by Ronald McDonald from behind. Facebuster. Damian Priest, another well-rounded athlete. He's tall, he's strong, he's got all the tools it takes to be an absolute superstar. But Ronald McDonald doesn't care about any of that. He's going to toss you into the ropes. Nothing to follow up. Fist to the face. Again, Ronald and Colonel Sanders in the same ring, but they've had minimal interaction, so I think there's some mutual respect. I was worried about Colonel Sanders being not maybe totally an impartial referee, but that hasn't been a problem so far this season. Ronald McDonald, obviously the master of fast food, hook of the leg, and delivering some fast strikes in this match already. Knee to the gut. I'm loving it. He went low, down to the dollar menu, which apparently has been completely erased. Did you guys know this? The dollar menu is now $3. That's not $1. That's $3. So it's a $3 menu? Yeah, beat him up, Damian. Teach him that inflation is wrong. Uh-oh. And there's the chicken wing face lock.
5 minutes.
I believe Ronald McDonald has actually made somebody tap out with that submission hold before. And a strike battle in this match. Oh boy. Based on the rankings, besides Finlay and Shao Kahn, these two would potentially be next in line after this match, depending on who wins it. Big uppercut thrust. Straight to the neck and down with a neck breaker there by Damian Priest. Going to the knees, going to the gut. Nice combo there in the corner. Here comes Ronald McDonald with a squish. He flattened him like a flat patty. A burger patty. And a half hatch there. It's half off right here on Monday. Live. Here on Twitch and then later posted on YouTube every Monday. Whoa! Back body drop by Ronald. Mickey D's. Coming for more. There you go. Pop them in your mouth. And take some of that too.
Give up.
Chicken wing face lock. Did they even have chicken wings? I don't know. Big Mac! Signature move has connected and been delivered and done its damage, but the kick out. Priest continuing to stay alive in this match. Broken arrow. There's a signature move by him. Big move after big move, and Ronald was a little bit wobbly after that broken arrow, but delivers the dragon whip nonetheless. South of heaven. I was going to say choke slam, but I know that's not what it's called. It's the south of heaven. 1, 2. And it's basically a sit-down choke slam, and there's the Samoan drop by McDonald. And I'm going to need a milkshake after this one, because it's cooking. Is this on the breakfast menu? It's still early in the day. Cover.
1, 2.
Colonel Sanders with a 2 count. Ronald McDonald with a kick out. And Damian Priest getting hit by the Big Mac again there in the corner. Ronnie looking for the win.
2.
Big Ronnie McDonald. He's screaming. He's got billions of fans around the world. He's served billions and he's trying to get a win, but he's going to get hit by the Razor's Edge. Shout out to Scott Hall. Rest in peace. And obviously taking that move from somebody he looked up to growing up. 1, 2, and an awkward cover, but not going to end the match there. Not just yet. Went for a chop. Hit the Big Mac again. Has that been 3 or 4 of those? You're going to be absolutely stuffed. The order's getting too expensive for Damian Priest, who ran back into the Big Mac. Signature move after signature move. Big Mac after Big Mac and kick out after kick out. Damian Priest staying alive in this match somehow. Oh boy. Ronald calling for something else here. Could we see the finisher? I don't know if we've seen his finisher yet this season. I actually don't know. The Mick kick. Could we see it here today? Uppercut knocks down Damian Priest, and he's just standing over him, haunting him like Pennywise in a dream. Torture rack. Oh, burning hammer. Psycho driver. Whatever you want to call that. It got delivered, and so did that knee straight to the face of the clown. We got a match on our hands, guys. This is a match right here. Oh, big boots. Those big clown shoes just stomping right on your chest. And there's a reverse whip. Picking him back up. Gets caught by an elbow. Reversal into the Samoan drop. And the chicken wing face lock. Damian Priest taps out. Ronald McDonald gets a huge victory after a very balanced match there. Why is there hip-hop in the commercial music? Why is there hip-hop music playing on stream? Hashtag 50 years of hip-hop. Hashtag Undercard, which, don't forget, you can use on Twitter or X, whatever it's called. You can use hashtag Undercard in the YouTube search bar and find all the episodes of this show. Not just this episode, but every single episode. And before we get into this matchup, I do want to have one thing to say about the Undercard. We have hit over 100 episodes of the show. Officially, by the way. So that's really cool. I counted it. We are over 100 episodes. We didn't do like 100 episodes special, but I'm just letting you guys know. We are officially over 100 episodes of this show, and we might have 100 more. No promises. Anyway, next up we've got Finlay versus Shao Kahn. It's the Celtic Curse, and it is number 1 contender for the championship. The winner will face Luke Cage, our current Undercard champion, next week at the halfway point. So we could see Finlay, or we could see a rematch between Shao Kahn and Luke Cage. And either way, I think it's gonna be a brawl on this one. It's the Shillelagh versus the Hammer. This is our main event. And when you look at these two, you only know of one thing. They love to fight. Finlay says it all the time. He loves to fight. And Shao Kahn, if nothing else, is going to bring you the fight of your absolute life. The only way that Shao Kahn was able to be defeated was Luke Cage had to toss him into exploding barbed wire, okay? So you have to do something absolutely, like, beyond the norm to even hope for a victory over Shao Kahn. Not only is he super strong, but he's tougher than any human on Earth. I'm not really sure Shao Kahn is totally human. I think he's half monster, and that's why he is the way he is, but either way, elbow to the back of the head, and Finlay doesn't care who you are, he's going to bring it. He's going to bring all of his tools here, and there's the Shillelagh! We saw it already, and the Celtic knot, that leg lock. So Finlay comes prepared. He's not going to slow down for 1 second. That's why Finlay was drafted this season of combat. And there's a senton, because that's what I wanted. I wanted people that are super intense. That just smash mouth, no excuses. Just get out there, swing your fist as hard as you can, and don't worry about any repercussions. Oh boy. Missed opportunity for Shao Kahn off the ropes. Goes for a couple low kicks here. Trying to space out Finlay, maybe. European uppercuts. Obviously, an Irish superstar with all the shamrock luck. And we could see the luck of the Irish right here today as he flips onto Shao Kahn again. But Shao Kahn delivering a big boot. And a takedown there. And there's the massive beat down. Those fists are strong enough to create craters in the planet. Good God, the amount of power that Shao Kahn has is unmatched. And he laughs at you too. Look at that. He's just laughing. Mid-match. Tosses you outside the ring and then he laughs in your face. And there's nothing you can do about it because he is Shao Kahn, one of the most dangerous bosses in video game history. Period. Mortal Kombat 9, Shao Kahn is almost unbeatable. It's bonkers. It's actually, he's kind of broken. Anyway, back to the match. Middle of the ring. Knocks him down and gonna suplex you. German suplex, and did you see the recovery of Finlay? He got back to his feet in half a second. Scoop slam senton combo by Finlay. Finlay, very successful this season, and that's why he's in this #1 contender spot. Shillelagh hits in the head of Shao Kahn, who's kind of wearing a helmet for protection, but I don't think it's going to matter. That Shillelagh's going to crack open that helmet like an egg, and we're all going to have omelets later after the show. Scoop slam, picks him back up, and this is all Finlay right now. The constant offense. Forget the Celtic curse. We may have a Celtic champion in 2 weeks. Or in next week.
Give up. Give up.
Referee asking if you want to give up, because that could lead into a technical knockout, a TKO, off of those big, powerful strikes by Shao Kahn, but Finlay ain't going to give up. Pump handle slam. Finlay doesn't tap out. He doesn't give up. Shao Kahn, not really sure what to do right now because he's getting his ass kicked. First time this season that somebody has brought such a fight to Shao Kahn. Got him stunned for a second. Tosses him to the side and Finlay gets right back up. Shao Kahn's going to have to continue the big move offense. Big boot doesn't even stop him for a second. Off the ropes. Shao Kahn with a shoulder tackle, turning him inside out. Now Finlay may be tough, but you got to remember, Shao Kahn, when he hits you, it's like being run over by a goddamn freight train. And there's the double arm suplex. Oh, and a leg drop to the groin. That's not going to feel too good. Gets up wobbly, and there it is. The Green Bay roll. Green Bay plunge rolling through the green hills of Ireland. Somebody get a bagpipe out, or is that Scottish? Either way, this match continues. Pump handle in the center of the ring, and a pin attempt by Finlay. We might have a new #1 contender! No. 10 and a half minutes into this match. Over. And there it is, it's over! Holy shit, he knocked him out! Celtic curse! The Celtic curse! It's real! Good God! The white noise. That Celtic cross finisher has knocked out Shao Kahn. I've never seen Shao Kahn get knocked out before. That's a first time ever situation. And Finlay is our new #1 contender and will face Luke Cage at the halfway point. That's crazy. I couldn't have predicted that if I tried. Let's do a quick recap of the show. Angelina Love. Let me make sure I'm marking these wins down in my notes so I can keep track of the records. Angelina Love is now at 2-1 over Batgirl, who is 1-2. Then we had Luke and Leia, who got their first victory, so they are 1-2 over AOP, who fall to 0-3. Then we had Zelina, Vega, losing, going 0-3 against Brooke Tessmacher, who is 1-2. And then Al Snow got a victory over the Joker. Bugs Bunny falls to 0-4. That's kind of devastating. Ronald McDonald goes to 3-1. That's really high up there in the rankings right now. Over Damian Priest, who falls back down to 2-2. And of course, in our main event today, Finlay, new number 1 contender at 3-0. That's 3 wins, 0 losses. To Shao, who falls to 2-2. Only has lost to Luke Cage and, of course, Finlay. And I'll see you all next week for the halfway point. It will be Season 8, Episode 8. And I can't believe we're already halfway through the season. So it's kind of ridiculous to think about it. But all the titles will be on the line. It's going to be a big premium live event. Also, there will be 8 matches. So it will be Season 8, Episode 8 with 8 matches. Because at the halfway point, we always have one extra match just to make it feel like a larger, longer show. So I hope you're all ready to witness 8 unbelievable high caliber matches, and 3 of them will be title matches. I'll see you all there. Have a good week.